sandeepsabharwal.com. Sandeep, let me come to you. Let me try and keep it more broad-based. Would you believe that the budget will likely be status quo, no major surprises? Or is there big bang reform, which is the need of the hour at this point, given the way in which global geopolitics is playing out versus India, of course?
So the question is that what big bang reforms can they do? So I think that's where you question that there's nothing much that can be done per se. So I think it has to be status quo. The only thing is that whether they recognize that the huge foreign fund outflows are creating a scenario where we could potentially have financial instability. So I think that is something, if they do something on that, and it's very easy to address. Like there are some simple solutions, give FIs residency-based taxation, and just simplify the entire thing, and so that there are no litigations in the future also. Because I was interacting with a few foreign investors, and they are very concerned after the recent Flipkart judgment. And many of them are thinking, many venture capital funds who sold companies long time back, they are now thinking that whether some of those things will get reopened again. So I think those are the issues which need to be clearly addressed so that the future investors are not so much impacted and the flows can then start.
For when that happens, Sandeep, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that may happen this budget, but it's getting very tricky for equity investors as well. We've been discussing this pretty much on a daily basis. What should the equity investors be doing at this juncture right now, when you even have silver and gold falling the way they are the last 2 days?
So I think silver, gold, we were discussing on Friday only. I think when I mentioned that it looks like the 2000 tech boom.
Yeah, and you were mentioning that, I remember.
Those prices were moving, it was unsustainable. Now I think there will be some margin calls next week, etc. So I wouldn't be surprised that if we could see further falls next week, then things could stabilize. But my guess is that whatever peaks we've made now, they might not come for a long time. It looks unlikely. People think that the peak was just Friday, so why will it not come? But then when such sort of bubbles get pricked, then it's very tough for those levels to come again. So I would think that it's not necessarily negative. And the good thing is that the cryptos are also correcting. So I think some semblance of,
sanity.
Let's say, sanity is coming back.
Yeah.
And for Indian equity investors, I don't think it's so negative. See, IIP growth is good. Results, if you remove the labor cost impact, are pretty decent this time. So I wouldn't be so concerned as a long-term investor. So if things are cheaper, you get opportunities to buy more cheaper. I'm not so much concerned about the long-term aspects of the market. It's just that if the rupee keeps depreciating the way it is and foreign fund outflows continue the way they are, then in the near term, whether it'll create some issues for the economy, because the way CD rates have moved up, bond yields have moved up in the near term. So those are reflecting that the RBI is losing control of the bond market in the short term. So I think those need to be addressed.
It's interesting, Radhika, when he spoke about foreign investors and we were talking about record IPOs. The kind of private equity investments that we saw